The myth about multitasking is the mind makes everybody believe that what they're producing is quality and efficient and whatever word it came up with to make you identify with the mind itself. It's a genius of the mind actually that does that. And what's more interesting is a lot of people, who are in the same states of consciousness actually follows along, and they believe the same thing and they're doing the same thing at work. And so, you eventually become a replication of each other, vibrating at the same frequency, of course, at that level. What the mind never tells you, actually, before I go to what the mind never tells you, whilst you're all vibrating, at that same frequency of consciousness, in relation to multitasking, you become lost in the weeds. It's a great way to become lost in the weeds, because now you're just like, the other person. And if you want to stand out at work, what the mind doesn't tell you is the power of presence. The power of presence, because beautiful beings, when you're fully immersed and present with what you're doing, the quality of what emerges in relation to what you produced, is unsurpassed. It's unmatched. Now, isn't that a better way to stand out? Because I guarantee you, when you do that, you will stand out. So when you're working, it doesn't matter the size of the company that you're working for, whether it's a large company or a small company, okay? If you would like, the CEOs and those on top to see you, to truly see you, even though you're amongst, all the weeds, or what I call worker bees, okay, is to become fully present and immersed in, that one project or that one task, actually, that you're doing. Allow yourself to be present enough so that you can channel that divine intelligence that is within you, that is often hidden or overshadowed by the noise of your mind, becoming externally identified with the collective noise of multitasking. I'm going to be productive and all of that, pardon me, bullshit. Because what that ends up doing in the long term, and nobody tells this to your teachers, they don't teach you this in school, is, your nervous system becomes programmed to a stress response. And when it's in that state of that stress response, it's releasing adrenaline and cortisol. And beautiful being, ask anybody over 40, actually 40 and above, and sadly for some people it will go as early as 10 years prior, because what happens when the nervous system is in a stress response state, it actually contributes to underlying disease and illnesses and so forth, which is another topic for another day. Where I'm going with this is the importance of it's a myth about multitasking and the importance of presence. And so, beautiful beings, today what I wanted to remind you of is the importance of presence. Try it out for yourself. Try applying presence to any work that you're doing, and you'll experience a massive opening, okay? Access to those energy channels and that divine intelligence of wisdom within you that will suddenly trigger creativity, not at the mind level, but creativity that emerges from within in such a powerful way that you can't be matched. You're seen, so that you're seen by those who are at the higher level or at the higher states of consciousness. I love you guys. Let go of multitasking. Become really present with the divinity that you are. Thank you. I love you. Om Mani Padme Hum.